Damn, it's good to be back. The wait is over. The arena roars once more, and the legends return to the field.
Oh my god, there's no way.
So huge!
The best are already sharpening their skills, and the rivalries are burning hotter than ever.
Oh my goodness, what was
Wow! Every play, every push, a chance to carve your name in history. Somebody stop this!
Oh, that's awesome!
And she drops onto the Kyrie. It's a one clip to finish the kill. And that's two from Kowsers.
This is where stories are written, where every legend leaves their mark.
And the body block. Able to get two.
Oh, that's a body grab. What a grab.
And as Bruce is out, he gets three.
With history on the line, do you have what it takes to emerge victorious? Welcome to United Rogue Overwatch Season 9.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back here at UR Overwatch with another game. I believe this will be the last game going into our postseason. But tonight, I'm joined here in the caster booth by none other than the Lou Goat, Dante Fanfan.
Hello, it's me, the one-time champion, going for two. I'm ready. This is my first time commentating in United Rogue for United Rogue stream, and I'm happy to be here with my good friend Ricochet.
Yeah, and I'm excited to be here. It looks like we have an interesting one here for us. We're gonna have Nashville versus Havana, Sapphire, and it looks like we're gonna be heading to Lijiang Tower.
Not a bad deal.
For the first map. Some bans coming out. It looks like Havana is gonna ban Lucio for the first map.
Lucio. I mean, I can only wonder what that would entail for a comp from like what they're planning on having. Ban Bastion.
Yeah, the Bastion ban out on the table. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I think the Lucio ban stems from the fact that Lucio is definitely more popular on Control, and I believe Ghostface enjoys playing Lucio. But I don't think Havana has a real set-in-stone Lucio player. Recon likes to flex the Ana, the Kiri, and I believe Adam is much of the same, more of a flex support player. So that might be the reasoning behind the Lu ban.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a heavy main support lineup from either Recon or Adam, both favoring the flex support. So maybe with the Lucio ban, they're trying to force a mirror of a. They feel confident in the flex, like the double flex comp. It's what they've been playing all season. So maybe that's what they want to continue to play to see if they can get their first win in the last regular season game. There is no playoffs for the Havana Hurricanes.
Now arriving at Lijiang
Meanwhile,
Tower.
there could be a spot for the Nashville Legends.
Actually, I don't know how to math, but Nashville might be out of this too.
Bro?
Am I wrong? I think they might be. I think if you're watching this chat and you're a Havana fan, you are hoping to come here and show up
Have fun.
and get your first dub.
Ready for
Have some fun. Seen a Sigma look with the Kiri Juno. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, obviously it is that double flex that we were assuming would be, or at least I was assuming would be the case, but Junkrat Venture is a little unknown to me. Going up against a Vendetta Pharah, that's going to be very rough. Vendetta onto the Venture now.
And both teams here rolling out.
The Junkrat's alone right now.
Mine's back to his team. Sig opting for this white room rotate. They're going to forego crossing the bridge. And now both teams meeting on point here.
Yeah, just gonna be a very long neutral fight coming in here.
Ditto on the flank, falls low, is the first pick. Zid0 with the mine confirmed. Sigma falling dangerously low himself, gets cleansed. And despite losing their tank, first flip is gonna go to Nashville.
Yeah, what you're seeing here is the strength of both teams. For Havana, that real close quarters is going to be to their benefit, as you see there, both ventures falling now.
Both ventures traded, but importantly, Ditto back to help contest the point now. Both teams even. Kiri falling dangerously low. Ditto confirms with a jump.
Yeah, and now Havana is just going to be forced to back up here. Into this white room. It's going to be up to Nashville to decide whether they want to clean this up. Now that Juno's fallen low, it's going to be yes.
When Junkrat. Ghostface with a 2 on the exits.
They're not done. Nashville just keeps pushing this, and I'm all for it here. You already have the barrage for Nashville coming up on both support ults. The more poke that you can do, the better your outcome's going to be going into this next fight. Which you do see the bubble from Ghostface. It's going to be available, so I think maybe a dive engage if they want to go quick. Now you kind of have to if you want a chance at winning this fight.
Rock comes out and a flux, but a big boop out of Saucepan. Oh, no, only finds one, and himself.
That's unfortunate, but I saw the bitching there. The Meister has taken down Ditto. It's going to be probably a very clean fight for Havana as the Kiriko takes a plunge into the abyss.
Only the flux came out there from Dogemeister, so both support ults online still. Kiriel obviously strong, but Jay has his to match.
Ditto takes an off angle here, is matched with the Kitsune Rush. Now both of the Kitsune Rushes come out. A nice rock comes out as IDK Quasar tries to use the barrage. Zin0 finds Saucepan on the venture. And now it's just a rough, scrappy fight. But Ditto will be able to find the Cassidy. Now this is a totally different fight as the Sig is currently split off. He will be able to kept up currently. No, will fall as Recon passes away. He will immediately. You can tell that's how he was alive. It's just the supports pumping into him. And now that one goes away, that immediately falls down. And this is going to be final fight territory.
Adam with the Juno Ray, and they're going to be walking into Saucepan's Venture ultimate here.
This is going to be a very winnable fight for both. Quasar falls very well. They have to go now, because this is not a very good touch.
Ooh, Zin0 with a tragic failure to slide.
They find the touch. Saucepan moves the Sigma off the map, and now it's just clean up. And Saucepan pops the tectonic shock. That's going to be the round. That is so tragic. Look at the opening. They had Ray. Oh, Lord.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
That is certainly unfortunate.
They lagged. Zin0, don't worry. I saw it. I saw your ping spike.
Yeah. We've insider information. There was a temporary DC right there. For sure. No comp swaps coming out here, but I do like to see IDK Quasar did. After the Barrage came out, going into that Sigma, they did choose to swap over to the Symmetra. And now going into this Diva, that's actually going to turn out great. Never mind, it's going to be a Genji Juno maneuver.
Yeah, Quasar's been working on the Genji, I believe, workshopping it. Trying to deepen that hero pool.
A big dig comes out. Bowsy is going to retreat. It's just a big neutral fight right now. The dig comes out from Saucepan, looking for an engage. It's just a Diva right there currently. Zin0 farming a lot of energy and shots into this Nashville backline. But now, IDK Quasar is the first to fall. Adam forced to back out under the pressure of Saucepan, who now enters and exits from the ground. Dogemeister and Ditto Web on the point. Rock goes wide. Bowsy finds Jay in the backline, wreaking havoc. And now Dogemeister has to go into the backline to try and make something happen. Ghostface falls to a stray dink from Recon to Kiriko with that 120 damage dink. The Alari healing is not able to keep him up as Recon is. unable to just find things. IDK Quasar and Ditto alone on the point. The lack of a tank for Havana is messing things up. So, of course, in disengage. Ditto has Flux already. It's just massive damage coming.
Yeah, I think Sig is just a sleeper. Not even a sleeper pick, but since the patch went through, yeah, I think Sig's going to be really good. Especially, we're seeing it here on Control, but I think on some of these longer range maps.
The notorious Flux will come out onto the Diva, and that's just going to be the end of that fight. As the Diva immediately goes down, there's a rock. They're going to try and make something of this. It goes straight into a shield. It being, I don't even want to comment on that. There's an attempt.
I'd say a hero play out of Adam, but
Relax, I'll handle it.
to no avail.
Yeah, you are gonna. There is gonna be a heavy ult fight, with the advantage leaning towards Havana, seeing the DPS ults available. Zen0 looking to make up for a past tragedy, a early Kitsune rush, trying to rush down this Sigma. It's gonna be held off, but now Zen0 popping the overclock, looking to move in, but instead there's a bubble coming into IDK Quasar. He goes in with the blade. 4 ults, 5 ults, so many ults coming out. And oh my god, this bomb finds 3! In what year we're dying to that ultimate? The Venture and Kiriko are alone on the point. Being
See, they're
matched by
even.
Ditto.
But Ditto Web being alive, I think this is just going to go to Nashville.
Yeah, the rock comes out, but Dojemeister is now onto the Sigma, going to be walking back. It's a good matchup here. Both of these shields are coming low, but now Jay has the advantage of having that Kitsune rush, which will be deployed. Quasar is in the back line, finds Adam with the assistance of Saucepan, who will be taken out. There's a big trade back and forth and back and forth. The Sigma gets Flux. That will take him out if it's allowed to come. Yes, it will. Zen0 alone on the point with Recon trying to support him in any way he can. But as the Suzu comes out, the resources have dwindled, and Nashville will take the first map.
That was just honestly a masterclass by the Ditto Web Sigma right there.
Yeah, 10,000 damage, 21 elims, 2 deaths. I mean, that's gaps in all regard from that. It's just a masterpiece.
Excavation initiation.
Saucepan, a Venture enjoyer, making their presence known with a play of the game.
Let's see it.
But now the ball is in Havana's court. They're going to get map pick and ban here. What do you think? What would you like to see out of them going into the second map?
Everything. I mean, I feel like we saw semblances of a plan, and we didn't get much more. There were some good looks individually from some players, but they just were not able to find like a counter to what was going on in the nefarious backline.
Yeah, and then I will also point out, I mean, I've harped on it for I don't know how many seasons as a former Emerald GM, former Emerald coach, my support players, get a main support pool, please.
True.
Some of the main support ults are some of the best in the game. I know Lucio was banned that round, but having the defensive ult, whether it be Rally, being able to use Wu Yang bubble defensively, like stuff like that matters. So Havana putting themselves in a double flex support situation, not great. Sometimes it could work. The flex supports can generate a lot of pressure. But I don't know. Having concrete answers to some of the incoming ults there, I think would go a long way for Havana.
Yeah, I like what you said about the main support. I mean, you really do need a Brigitte against that. What was going on there? I believe they did try the Wu Yang at one point, but it was not long lived. It was just unfortunate. There was a need for a Brigitte. I mean, it could have easily countered what was going on, but it never appeared.
And let's see. No map selection yet. We are talking about playoff brackets, though. I'm glad both teams are very invested into playoff.
Yeah, this is a good game so far.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Recon locking in Cervasa from Havana.
I mean, they did show they did show ideas of playing Diva. So maybe that's what's gonna be the maneuver here, potentially. But you never know. I was surprised by seeing them play. A lot of what was going on was a bit of a surprise to me. It was pretty chaotic. Let me be clear. It was some strange things happening that map.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, Saucepan is asking if Havana has any roster changes. I wonder, we have seen a Recon Reborn play tank in the past. I wonder if it's something that can happen here.
I'm not moved.
No, they are locking Recon on support. Fair enough.
Fairs. Moving on to the ban phase now. We'll see what Saucepan will receive as an answer. Havana, what do you think should be banned here? Havana and Nashville.
Honestly, it's hard to say. I feel like Ditto, I believe last season as Tank was his first season here in UR. I could be wrong about that, but he has a pretty open hero pool. I don't think you can outright ban him. I think he'll be fine no matter what you pick. So maybe you want to forego. Saucepan was putting in some work on the Venture. I feel like doing a pretty good job at disrupting the backline. Maybe you want to target that here. Because I feel like we're going to see it again. Saucepan does have an interesting hero pool. They mess around on some of the flex DPS. But I think maybe you want to forgo the Venture. However, despite that, Bowsy, I believe... I don't want to call Bowsy a Venture 1 trick, but is a major comfort pick for Bowsy. So I don't know if we'll see it. And we don't. Recon says they're going to ban the Junker Queen here.
Yeah, I can confidently say I've not been an individual observer of either of these teams aside from when we were playing each other. So with the Queen ban, I feel like we might see some silly nonsense. So I think banning the Queen is looking to be perchance a Sigma angle from these individual observers. I guess we will see a lot of good things happening.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but it's been a minute since I've invested some time into the Doge tank, but I do believe he likes the Sigma, so it's probably going to be the angle that gets played here.
Yeah, there's the I just feel like the Sigma maneuver is ever so likely. With the Ana ban coming out, I feel like I actually don't feel anything towards these individual observers. There's just a lot of ifs and buts, but I don't understand the angle of the Ana. I guess we're seeing a sad face from Adam. I don't know. I don't know if Adam's a notorious Ana player in this community, but checking their career profile, we do see the Ana is quite the pick along with all of the other flex supports.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ana is a big pick for Adam and Recon. They both like the Ana. Now, again, the Havana favoring the double flex support backline. One thing, again, I preach, especially on control maps or maps like Cervasa, especially at this level of gameplay where I feel like we have teams that excel at certain parts and maybe some that aren't as keen on the team play aspects, I usually urge teams to forgo picking Ana in this game mode, just because she is the target. You know what I mean? A lot of times you're going to be running into teams that are ready to go fast, whether it be with Lucio speed boost or Juno ring. She's just more of a liability. So despite Havana favoring a double flex support backline, I think not running the Ana here would probably be in their best interest.
Yeah, I was wondering if we're gonna see the Sigma, but now it looks like a Ramatra brawl with the Lucio, and that's gonna be quite the pain for Havana trying to deal with that without a confident main support player. And judging by their record, I assume that that would be the tale of the season. Going, Hilari Kiriko. Yeah, we are certainly playing the game here.
Hey, Ilari got buffed.
Cool.
Write that down.
We're not writing this down, bro. Really engaged from the Vendetta. Oh my goodness. If I did that in my games, I would be immediately banned. The fact that the Vendetta lives there. Okay, sure. That character is balanced, by the way. I'm supposed to believe such a thing. In goes the Vendetta again. This time will not be able to escape. That is confidence in your supports right there, and you love to see it. The Suzu comes out onto Ghostface in order to save his life, but now the Venture has free reign without it. Goes out, tries to go for the Venture, it knocks them down. Will be able to escape with help from Jay, and Ghostface just trying to care, but Jay is so low, can't see Ditto Web, but it's not going to be enough because that Ramatra character is so survivable that they're just able to last longer and eventually start picking off people. And now that's going to be winning the fight. The Vendetta is not done. He really wants these kills and gets Bowsy low enough, or maybe it's potential no. Will be able to escape, but now that the Vendetta is gone, it's going to be a quick re-engage from Havana if they want to, which they will take them up on that opportunity. The Vendetta is T-minus 20 seconds for chance to get back. And now there's a Venture in the back line.
Vendetta does make it back, though, before Havana really commits to anything here. Just poking, really.
Yeah, which is what this plays on. In goes the Vendetta again. Ditto Web falls low enough, but now the Suzu is forced out. Seeing that, I think Equations falls back. The Venture is low, not going to be available for most of this fight. Venture comes out, the beat is responded with in kind. And now there's a Sojourn alone being taken on by IDK Blaze in the backline. I forgot to mention, but Saucepan is down. The touch does not come through. Now the
just gonna be cleanup.
Lari and the Venture are all gonna fall. It's too late. Just a clean 100-0 from Nashville. The Venture's not been taken out yet.
We'll say though, Nashville did invest both support ults there. They are going to have some hardy DPS ults, and of course Ramatra is Ramatra, but we do have a grab hopefully coming online soon out of Dogmeister.
That is the third death of the game for the Vendetta. Just
yeah, Quaza, I don't know, running it down like it's quick play.
Quaza is going crazy, says the voices in my head. The Venture goes in. If Adam falls here, I will be amazed. As he does, the Venture, it gets the diff, and now even though that they're playing against two support ults, they will be able to just pull through the power of friendship, and also Ramatra being infinitely survivable.
Yeah, big blocks out of the Ramatra. We love holding right click.
Yeah, now you're looking at the DPS ults for Nashville as their only escape here. The Grav is available, the Sojol is available. They're gonna go quickly.
Diabolical ult from Quaza. There's no other words to describe that. But Ditto Web gets a trade.
Yeah, is always just there to clean things up. The Ghostface gets a little lost in the song from the backline, and that is quite a few ults on the grab target. They're still alive though. They're going to be forced to block it back into the point, but it's not going to be enough. As Sauce is off the map. Okay.
Quaza, it might be time to swap, buddy. Jay gets a little staggered there. Saucepan, I don't know. we're a little staggered, but
I think IDK Quaza has Havana moneyline for chance. There was a bet to make sure Havana wins at least one map, but I don't know. They're going in quick. Them being Nashville with a Kitsune rush, it's going to end at the doorway, so they're going to have to take them up for that. And
Just
they will.
pure
Just
aggression.
gets absolutely obliterated, and that's going to be a very quick fight win for Nashville, barring miracles. Yeah. Zinzero might be able to get out here. Yeah, Dogevice is on Sigma, by the way. I do not like that at all. I think Dogevice needs to get off of Sigma immediately, or bad things will start to happen. There's going to be no touch coming out here from Havana due to the slowness of its comp. Yeah, so now they're down 2-0. How rough. How skittish.
Quaza did swap over to the Echo, but
Can you
results are still varying.
Can you tell me what the Echo's KD is right now?
Chat,
Can you say
Quaza's KD
Can you say it?
is 6'7". Alright, that's all you're getting from me.
Like a gentle rain.
6-7. Okay. 6 and 7 and winning the map. The Kitsune Rush comes out from Recon to the side of Havana. A beat is responded with in kind. This Sojourn ult is going to find little to no value. There's a lot more ults coming out, though. Zinzero really wants this fight to be won, as they will be popping into Adventure Ultimate. So going in, creeping around the block. There's 2 supports just left to die, quite frankly. Jay does find Adam. How peculiar.
Adam does get picked, but Jay also picked. However, close spawn here in favor of Nashville, and they have speed. They're not going to taxi the Kiri.
They're not going to taxi the Kiri, so that's going to make this an even fight. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Ghostface and Saucepan are in the back line. Adam's going to get killed again. And this is going to be left with a core-on-core fight. The Sigma drops. Big mistake, immediately dead. Kiriko falls to Ditto, and now it is just Adventure in the fort. No escape. Goodbye.
Honestly, that was a great play call. I don't know who called the go for the Alari rotating back from spawn, but that was actually a crazy play call. Yeah, play call that I don't think you see a lot in Sapphire.
2 early picks though come out, and now there's 3 people alone on the point. And Nashville's just gonna have to bunker down here if they want any chance of coming back and winning this fight. But look at the ult bank. The Kitsune Rush does manage to get off. It is not cancelled, thankfully. This Ditto Web pops the Ramatra ult, but does not survive. That's 3 ultimates for the price of 0.
Make it
4
4
ults for the price of 0. As this fight is just continuously not in favor of Nashville. They just continue to invest. IDK Quaza has now reached the big double digits in deaths. I think that's quite telling for how this game has gone.
That was a huge committal though out of Nashville, and I don't know if it was worth it.
I'm not a fan, certainly. The
They're
Gravitic
gonna be
Flux is available.
walking into Gravitic Flux and last fight territory potentially.
Recon finds the kill. That could be the point. Yeah, Zinzero finds the tank, and that's going to be it. They're still going to commit the Kitsune Rush. They need this, obviously, to try and start a miracle comeback. And that's going to start things. If you are a Nashville fan, do not look at what IDK Quaza is playing. You will frown. Quite frankly, you will frown.
We're back to the Vendetta.
Echo is too difficult.
Honestly, I do think if you're Nashville, you just want to see them play a tad slower. The aggression was paying off, but I think that people are finding themselves too out of position now. They just have to play a little slower.
Oh my gosh, there was almost an Ajax. How disastrous that would have been. Now Saucepan is 1 HP. This is an off-angle Ilari ult. It's perfectly blocked. No, it is not. Saucepan was hit by it, and the explosion takes IDK Quaza down to a very low HP. I don't even know what to call that play or that maneuver there from Quaza, but they are going to cause the result of it. Ditoweb is now on the Sigma, so there is no real easy survivability. It gets rocked and run over. Now, what do you think of this ult bank coming up? What do you think Nashville can do to fight against it?
For starters, they should definitely take height there on the right side. They don't really have nearly as much poke being on the double flex comp, but I think they really need to let Ditto dictate space. I think he is better in the Sig matchup.
Alliteration coming through there from Ricochet. And the Sigma is now alone on the point because of a massive Venture ult. And Ditto will find himself in a grave as there's a very scrappy fight going on near the Nashville spawn room. Or rather on their side. Now it's going to slow to a crawl, as this is very advantageous positioning for Havana. They have the Sigma and they have the Alari set up, but now they're going to push past it and kill IDK Quasar for the 12th time. These are will pay for it. Now there's a Kitsune rush. This is the fight, as now Ditto is back. He has the Flux. Will he choose to use it? Likely.
And there it is. Able to find the Kiri.
Sojourn falls
TP's
incredibly
out.
low, using the 2 slices of lead. And now things are getting very rough for Dogemeister, and indeed he will fall. The beat comes out as now Nashville know that they have the advantage and they want to press it. 3 ults have come out of Nashville. They're going to make that 4 actually. But thankfully it will result in the point being captured. Saucepan 5k. That's going in the highlights.
Write that down. Saucepan 5k. But again, you did mention the ult economy here out of Nashville has not been the best, and all we have to show now is the ult from Quaza. I don't think Jay's going to be able to get this rush before we see a Flux and another Alari ult out of Adam.
Yeah.
And Zinzero with their own ult.
Oh lord. They immediately rocked out IDK Quasar. That was almost a very big ultimate. Adam can retaliate with an ult of their own anytime they please. Venture comes out, and there it is. There's the ultimate, blocked by James. I hollow. IDK Quasar backing up with the right click. I don't know how they're still alive after the rocket came through. Dogemeister has the Flux and chooses to use it on the air. Naturally, there's nothing there. Dogemeister finds the rock. The rock is mirrored by Ditto, but it's not able to come through. Bowsy and Dogemeister so low, only relying on the Alari for healing right now. I'm back. Able to clean it up. And remember what I was saying about a miracle comeback? I mean, we're getting there. Ghostface takes one look at the people on the point and immediately puts it in reverse. And now we're going to map 3, or map 5, or point 5, which is going to be in favor of Havana. Wow.
Yeah, if you're an Nash fan here, you really want them to lock in on this whole ult economy thing. They're investing a lot in fights that aren't exactly flippable.
Onto the Reaper now. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but they're trying to play towards more of a brawl style since they have Ghostface on Lucio. How entertaining. As you can see with the speed boost, IDK Quasar is just able to get into that backline. Adam falls as a result of it, but now there's some trades coming out. Lucio for the Kiriko. That is in favor of Nashville, and they will capitalize on it. Zinzero tries to make some heroics happen, but Quasar's finally found his character, I believe.
Yeah, Quaza has been known to play Reaper, and I think that that's where we need to be at. The Vendetta, a little too much aggression coming out.
Okay, you want to talk about aggression? Look at that. Able to
Okay.
does find the trade. Honestly, I don't know who's favored more in that. For chance, it is Nashville, as they don't have to be fearful of IDK Quasar's shenanigans anymore. There are so many ultimates available for Havana, but the same can be said about Nashville, and we're going to see a massive ult fight come out here. The Reaper
Yeah, I
will
think
come back first.
the beat here is going to be the key factor here out of Ghostface.
And there it is. There's all of the ults coming out. Let's see who comes out on top. IDK Quasar immediately finds a kill. The Ghostface falls, the Venture falls, the Sojourn falls. There's a lot of trades coming out here. They're going to commit the Flux onto just Dogemeister, but it is wide left. So that was... Oh, by the way, the map is over. That's it for Nashville. They found the win. There you go.
That's going to be 2 map wins for Nashville, and Havana still on the hunt for, hopefully, a dub this season. They have
Of the game.
to really dig in here. They're in last map territory.
Excavation initiation.
Another saucepan play of the game. This was the 5K, ladies and gents. I don't know if they'll get everyone here in this play. No, the last they don't get.
That's a
but-
negative. I feel like if Havana had the entire roster of Louisville, this game would be in a much different position.
Yeah, you could say that. No, honestly, I think they're more than map 1 especially, though. We did see some light out of Havana. I think they did well, especially at obviously capitalizing on some of Quaza's more questionable positioning and plays. But I do think what it comes down to is just the strange backlines. A Lari Kiri kind of weird, especially despite a couple moments. I don't think the Alari was getting much value. I mean, Ditto shielded both on Ram and Sigma. Pretty much every Alarial. I think one time there was a stray bounce onto the Venture.
Scrims row.
That was about it. Oh yeah, Scrims row.
How beautiful.
Honestly, the thing that I want to see here is because Havana likes double flex, is something super greedy out of the backline. The Ana can't be banned.
Juno Kiri.
No, I want to see a Zen. I want to see
Juno Kiri.
Zenyatta. The 30% Discord debuff
Juno
is
Kiri.
an absolutely incredible breakpoint.
Maybe a Zenyatta paired with a Mercy perchance could be in the cards.
No.
As the only times that has been played this season, it has resulted in a win for the team playing. Andrew, would you want to back that up?
We're not doing this here. We're
I
not
am
doing. Oh
flexing.
wait.
You're flexing my win.
Recon
Not locked.
says that they're not locked. Can we chat? Is it time?
That's gonna be a $1,000 fine.
Recon Reborn tank. Chat, for knowers in the chat, we know that Recon has played tank in previous seasons. Do we have a Recon tank? Will a hog be cranked?
Do we have?
Soup can actually, Justin, join the lobby. This is not what I've been asking for. I want Recon tank.
Can you mute Ricochet? I'm sick of his ideas.
No, the chat wants it, surely. But that's not what's going to be happening. Soup can says he's going in for Bowser.
Wow. Let's see what happens. I do not know that Soupcan plays.
Actually,
Not
Soupcan's a
familiar.
Lucio player, and I feel like that is the missing piece of the puzzle here, a main support. I digress,
Soupcan
though.
Is on the DPS role, so perchance we see a Freya. As I am checking the career profile, it does look like a Freya maneuver may come out, but I'm not sure. I do not know ball.
I will say, notoriously, Soupcan, I believe, has 2 rings under their belt playing DPS. He is very, very good at locking May and being told to stand in the corner and press shift not to die. Other than that, I'm not sure. Because at least in the notorious DPS seasons, I will say that was back in the days of broader UR Overwatch team ranges. And I don't know. I don't know if this is where you want this puzzle piece. Soupcan is definitely a respectable Lucio player, especially at this level. We've seen him play Lucio in Ruby before. He sort of teeters on that edge. He floats the line, could go up, could go down. I think in Sapphire, he makes a fantastic main support player. Opting for the DPS here, though.
I agree. Everything said right there. The ban of the Ramatra, so they do anticipate the Rush composition coming out from Nashville. They're going to try and put a stop to that in its tracks. I don't know. I suppose it will be just a Sig Venture maneuver coming out from both teams again, without the Ramatra. Bless me.
Yeah, probably you're right. I think we're just gonna see the Sig mirror here. Then maybe this could go in Havana's way. Bowsy, obviously, like I said, more of a limited hero pool. Maybe they're, after seeing the momentum that they did have there on that map, Soupcan, like you said, maybe the Freya angle here. They're looking to lean into a map where they could benefit from potentially being better at the poke here. Last map we seen Saucepan and Quaza both on the double flex, not really a hit scan in sight, kind of limiting their poke options. So maybe that's the angle they're trying to play here. I say that though, but Saucepan bans Freya, so
That would just put an end to all of our thoughts, I suppose.
yeah,
Predicting
we're
the
rambling
Freya
for that.
angle. So that just kind of encapsulates my ideas of potentially seeing a maneuver of, how would one say, Sigma Venture again. Just that Freya is very good at just pumping damage into the shield and into the Sigma with that large hitbox. It's just it. I mean, it's also what we've seen all day. So, you know, type shit. I mean, type buddy.
Yeah, but it looks like we're gonna get sent in the lobby here. Hopefully, just waiting for the Havana to ready up, and yep, there it is.
All right, Scrims Row. Who
Scrims Row,
will take it?
Now enter
Havana's season fate, dangling right off the edge. Will they go 0-7?
initiate
Shanghai Dragons.
I
Vegas
will
Eternal.
say, this is, I know we do a draft league here at UR, but this is a complete 180 from what we've seen from them last season. Havana, actually your Sapphire
ready.
returning champions, have not had the season you would expect.
It all comes down to that draft positioning.
And Doge flashing us with the Rhine. Can it be
I
real?
don't like that wording.
What do you mean? He's flashing us with the Rhine. You telling me
I
you
do
wouldn't
not
want to be
want
flashed by a Rhine?
Dogemeister to be flat. I do not want Dogemeister to flash. Reinhardt maneuver. There is no speed, but there is an Ana. Farah Venture. How to feel about this? I'm unaware. There is no Venture, there is a Sig, so I was low-key wrong. How unfortunate. This Baptiste is gonna, playing against this Bash as Sapphire is gonna be a little rough. I think we do have a Mercy there.
Yeah, despite the Bastion nerfs that came through, I think the big power spike Bastion gets is in that second perk.
The Quasar just needs to stay on Reaper forever. The res will come out from Adam, but the Venture, not having that res means Quasar's gonna be able to find Soupcan. That is not what you would expect. It's not the man that you would expect to be taking that guy down. And now it's just gonna be total Havana destruction.
And ruthless aggression here from Quaza. He got 2, he wants 3. Uses Fade to go in though, but they're able to trade him out.
Quaza falling is quite big, it's quite large, one could say. That Soupcan is just sitting in this corner on 5 HP, able to get care, and now it's Havana's turn to turn off the gas. This comp sucks for the Ana. For the Ana to play. The Ana is so slow compared to the speed of the DPS on. Saucepan takes down Soupcan, just able to clean up. AK Quaza.
Silly human.
I mean, this comp is too slow to capitalize on. Okay, and Quaza's dead again.
Yeah, it's just scrappy. I don't know. Again, without speed, even now with that pick, like you said, on the Quaza, they're not going to be able to capitalize off it. The comp can't rotate fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rough. And the Venture is going into this left room. That boop is great from Sukan, forcing out a lot of people. No cooldowns though currently. This fight's gonna take a while to progress. The Bastion falls. I was wrong. The lamp also comes out, so that's a very high value kill for Sukan, who is now punishing this. Never mind. That ult was curious. That actually manages to find the Baptiste. The res could come through as well. In the backline, res is able to come through. And now Ditto, without the support of that Baptiste, is gonna fall. And that should be just cleanup from the Havana.
You know, despite dying in the ult there, the pressure, I think, just coming out from the poke here of the Pharah, able to help Havana find their footing, and they're going to get some forward progress on the payload now.
Hold on, I'm sending a message to Quiz.
We have...
In the meantime, Quasar finds Adam dropping down, probably with the ult. Chooses not to use it as they have fallen low, gets rocked. The Bastion ult comes down. This could be a very hard position. Never mind, I forgot that that ultimate is not very good. No one falls, and now it's time for Havana to figure out what they're gonna do. Anti comes out. Very low. There's so many low HP targets for all of these people. The Bastion in the small room could feel the wrath, but it's Zen0 who will be spreading the wrath. And Sukan falls. The Bastion. There's a Bastion bat back here. The Pharah ult comes out.
Double with the Pharah ult.
How nefarious.
Just say maybe not, maybe not necessary to clear the last two out of the back line, but definitely. Oh my lord, that is another hero play. We've seen a couple tonight. You definitely want that one back.
The barrier appears.
Sweet. My apologies. We're seeing a big ult fight coming out through here. Monster has the ultimates start coming out. Sukan looking up here at this top angle. The flux comes out. Will it be enough for a chance? We will not have to see. IK Quasar gets hit by its mirror, and I don't want to call that a C9 because it low-key wasn't. But that was just unfortunate timing as Quasar went down. No one was able to touch, and Zen0 just gets to sweep when Quasar falls. That is the only real counter against this Venture on this team, as there is no main support to boop it away.
Quasar opting to opt to the Soj here to kind of help out Police's Pharah.
Saucepan on the Vendetta. I'm not sure what the thought is behind that pick going into the Pharah. Yeah, and the Pharah is going to take advantage of that, and is now going on to the Baptiste. This Pharah Mercy is so powerful. It's just going to be quite utter domination. But will actually be taken down by Jay, not the likely target that you would expect to take it down. But Dojemeister and Dittowev are just fighting on this objective. They're so tanky, but it will be Dojemeister taking it down this with the Dittomeister taking down Dojemeister. I am so tired. Dittowev taking down Dojemeister, and now and as I'm trying to figure things out, he is taken down by a barrage. Sukan gets traded out. This is one eternal fight, and now Zen0 is going in. The resurrection comes out onto the Pharah. The Venture ult comes out. Baptiste and Sojourn will fall, and now the Kiriko is being hunted down. Will be able to TP out to the Sigma, but it is just the Sigma and the Kiriko. There will be no one else to back them up. And as they die, Havana, a complete turnaround from what we've seen from the past two fights.
Yeah, despite
past two maps,
my suggestions that Sukan would be more valuable on the support role, proving his worth there on the Pharah, but I do want to shout out Zen0 there. There's a lot of great plays out of the Venture, a lot of forward pressure, while Nashville was trying to angle and suppress the Pharah. Zen0 was doing a great job at just kind of running it down with Doge, helping him in that tank fight to overwhelm Ditto. And I think it showed there. This hybrid poke comp is definitely more their style, and they're finally on a map that benefits from this type of comp. And yeah, I know the Ram is banned, but I almost want to see Ditto give up on this sig. Lean into something. We see Jay on the Kiri. You have Ghostface on the Lucio. Play something again, still faster. Maybe not as static.
Sukin is on the Soj now.
Yeah, Supcan on the Soj, Recon on the Ana. Still
Keeping the Mercy Pocket theme though.
Yeah, the Mercy Pocket is still here.
Really poke damage comes out from Sukan. That could pay off later. And now here comes what will be a long poke fight. Zin0 is doing some silly stuff in the back line. We'll see.
Just waiting, biding his time. Goes for a drill, finds nothing.
Onto the Torbjorn now. No cooldowns. Let's see if Nashville is able to capitalize on it. Not quick enough. Zin0 is able to get the drill dash away. A lot of low HP targets. It's very difficult for Zin0 to actually finish them off though. And it will actually be Dojemeister who will be finished off. IDK Quasar going in on the Torbjorn, able to find some kills with that very powerful close range shotgun. And now it's just cleanup for Nashville, making the adjustment onto Torbjorn Genji, turning out to be the right maneuver.
Torb gets slept on a lot, I think, even at this day and age when people should know better. But I think Torb could be the answer here. You have great range potential, you have great close-up potential, super survivable, and of course, the turret.
Commentator's jinx right there immediately falls to Recon.
I'll take that one.
Dojemeister is now pushing in on Saucepan, who's in a very bad spot, and yeah, we'll be able to find the second of this fight.
And that's big because now Havana's going to be able to capitalize on playing close here and holding this choke. Nashville's going to have to fight through it if they want it.
It's going to be very tough to break through here with the Venture, Sojourn, Mercy is going crazy. But they actually just will walk forward, and it will work. There's a Venture in the backline, Quasar hasn't spotted it, but now a Flux will come out. Ditto has the ability to match it once he's down, and he will not. As he sees Jay and Quasar fall, he will just choose to let himself go.
And the res going to bring Zin0 right back into the fray.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to break, even after you get a pick, because the Mercy can just swoop in and resurrect it. So there's no like, ooh, we got a pick, let's come in quick the next fight. That's not going to be a quick, like, available option. So you just have to really win a team fight right out. The Venture, who was resurrected, is now in the backline wreaking havoc. They're going to go in with a quick beat, speed boost, Torbjorn, Lava, engage. And now it's just a very quick fight. Remember what I was saying about how you just have to win an outright fight? That's how you do it. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
you could see the 3-2-1 happen, and it was just straight.
That's what they need to do more of. We've seen it a couple times now this series on the other map, and for the first time this season, or on this map. When they 3-2-1 with that speed boost, the aggression is incredible. They just steamroll.
Indubitably. The Venture is on the flank, but Quasar finds a very early pick. The res will come out, but now you don't have that safety net. The Torbjorn and Lucio are chasing down this Venture in the backline, but let's go back to the front line. Ditto is falling low, as there's only a Baptiste here to heal him. The Quasar finds the Venture, finally, so now they're going to be returning to the fight, but look how far back they are. Saucepan is incredibly low because Jay is only available to heal the Sig because he needs to stay alive. Dojemeister will fall! What an incredible way to just survive and find a way to flip that. 2 ults coming out, I feel like that may have been unnecessary, but I guess they wanted to secure it or wrap it up quicker because time is slowly becoming a factor. If they can cap it within the next 2 minutes, they're going to be in a very good spot.
Oh, and a late death and a Zin0 there.
Oh yeah. For those of you who keep up with the NFL, the score of the Patriots-Chargers game is 6-3 going into halftime. That's all I thought I would mention. Is now there's a Venture going in on Saucepan. It's going to leave quick little engage, little duels coming out. Quasar falls very low. It's just incredible poke damage from the side of Havana. They have to play like it. The window comes out, and now it's going to be up to Dogemeister. He chooses to peek it and flux it. It's 4 people. Slam down, straight into the Venture, who will capitalize on the beat! Oh my goodness.
Questionable beat. You're going to want that one back.
Absolutely. You're lucky that was an 8. You're lucky that was not an Ajax. I wouldn't have done it regardless. Ajax or not, you're gonna want that one back. I don't know how to feel.
Especially, I do urge Lucio's to use it defensively, but when we've seen so much success out of the aggressive beats here, this could have been an opportunity for this fight to have a 3-2-1. It's gone now.
Now we're seeing ults come through as Ghostface is killed. That opportunity has opened and shut. The rock comes out into Quasar, and Zinzero is just cleaning up with these drill dashes. Jay finds the duel with the hit scans, but now Saucepan is in a very precarious situation. Dogemeister tries to push up and find the end, but almost gets killed for it. Now it's just a very cool little shield dancing fight. These two are very good at it from what I've seen. Jay finds a nice shot onto Zinzero, able to take him down, and that's going to lead things to be in Nashville's favor. Ghostface has returned, so that means that this speed boost is going to be available. And now it's Saucepan and Ghostface in this back line, wreaking havoc, while Ditto and Quasar are up in the front line with Jay, and that is a deadly combination. The window coming out and 2 ults being available will seal the deal. And Nashville has 1 more second than Havana does.
I mean, it doesn't get any closer than this. Even Saucepan there in the chat shouting it out. 1 second. 1 second.
That is going to be very impactful. Havana on the offense looked really good. But if you'll remember, it took them a second to get it going. Once they actually got on the Pharah Mercy and got them set up, it ended up being a very good map. But I feel like that's all people will remember. If you remember at the start, it was like 2 minutes, about 1.5, 2 minutes, to actually figure things out. But now that Nashville know what they're expecting with the Pharah Mercy, I mean, it could be a completely different situation.
Yeah, and I was gonna say you already see them prepped for it. Saucepan on the cast, Quasar locking the Bastion, and Ghostface opting for the Wu Yang here instead of the Lucio. Gonna be able to help with the poke, a little bit more burst healing out of the Wu Yang right click than a Lucio would provide. But
Junkrat. Please be Junkrat.
My gosh, I think we're going to see it.
I hope OG Buns is watching. It is a Junkrat maneuver walking out of the spawn room. Bastion gets booped in. Has to use every cooldown at their disposal to live. As this Pharah is going to wreak havoc. Sitting on this off angle. Well, it's actually really low. If you're on this Pharah, you need to sit on an off angle longer. But never mind. Remember what I said about preparation? They did not prepare enough. As it's going to be utter domination for the rest of this fight without that Bastion to help.
Yeah, that's just going to be textbook here. Without speed, I don't think you're really going to have a chance to recontest here. If you try it, it's going to be a suicide touch.
They're actually not going to go for it. They're just going to set up here in this little choke, and that's what they have to do. I feel like that's their best shot at winning. Saucepan falls a little low. This Jay is just going to be able to farm ult, and he has to. Speaking of ultimates, look at the difference between the Sigmas. 70% for Dogemeister, 40% for Ditto. That's what losing a fight does to people.
Yeah, I mean, they do still have to figure out this choke here. It is going to be a problem. Now, the Pharah doesn't have much options in terms of angles.
Yeah.
It's just all sort of down main here.
Ditto Web, his shield has disappeared, and now that the grasp is gone, they are completely at the mercy of Datsupkan and Zinzero. Datsupkan is not focused on the tank, though. He is rather in the backline. Saucepan is on the flank, not able to find the shots. Has to fall back now, getting chased by the DPS line. There's a Rock comes out. There's a lot of things going on here. Jay gets taken down. I'm not a fan of that window, knowing that the Sapphire can just go up there and do that. Ditto will fall now without that healing, and that's going to be the fight.
If you're causing Ghostface, you just want to back up here. You don't want to die. If you stagger, it's gonna be deadly here in overtime.
Quasar trying to set up on this flank is remotely close to Pulse Bomb. Able to see if we can find that. The Cass is on the way back.
No!
This is, oh,
A stray trap from Zen0 finds Quasar.
Tragedy. They want this fight though. They know that if they make it
big
to second
flux.
point, things are going to be very hard. But it's not going to kill anything. Eating comes out. Barely. No, will actually fall. The point is captured. And now things get very, very difficult. As you saw the bubble come out and the flux come out, things just are going to get very hard.
Yeah, those are two big ults. You're only looking
Quasar
at
falls.
High Noon and Pulse Bomb here. As Jay able to find Soup Can, but the res might come out. I didn't
No,
see
it's
where the
not.
body landed.
It landed straight in the middle there. Adam's going for it. Gets it off. Will they be able to live? Supcan will. That is heartbreaking. The tire comes out. He's in the back line. Zen0.
Jay's with his life, but gets Jay.
Okay. Gets rocked off the map, the segment. Or not off the map, off the point. But I feel like that was going in favor of them anyway. So that will be that. An incredible push, given the time bank. Wowie. Wowie zowie.
Yeah, 2 minutes. I mean, you can't be upset about that. And Nashville finds himself in the exact same position. Of course, the only difference is the 1 second. I mean, you can't ask for a better match here. This is, the conditions are set. They know what they have to do to put Havana down and finish the series.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, the only difference between... Oh, Lord. We're seeing a May Junkrat Zen Ana maneuver. So remember what you were saying about looking at the Zen Ana. You are getting what you wanted.
I think this could be big. It's greedy, but Discord Orb is so good now, right? I know it's only a 5% increase, but that is really the break point for Discord. 30% increased damage from all sources is an absolutely crazy number.
That's
And Trank
5% less health.
is literally a great ult to have against this comp. I think whether you use it for the flux,
Saucepan looking for an leading, by the way. Will not
oh yeah,
find
Saucepan
anything.
looking for the Widow, or looking for a pick on the Widow.
But that pressure forces them all back into this little side area.
And
But
Adam!
the 5-ball straight into Quasar's face. That's beautiful. The lamp comes out, but it's too late. Ditto Web will actually... Oh my goodness, a rock across town. The far as 1 HP. Dogemice is going to take it out. Saucepan is still on the Widow. Did not swap off like I assumed that they would. But now Ditto Web is going to get chased down. Having the support... A nice nade comes out. Ditto falls. Yeah, the lamp came out, but it wasn't enough. And now, through pure miracles, Havana is going to be able to hold on for at least another fight.
And already you start to see that time back whittled down. We're almost at the minute mark here.
Yep.
And even if you cap here, it's a lot of
nade.
ground to cover.
Dignity comes out, but it's not going to result in any actual kills coming out. 5 balls are so deadly. The Baptiste is up on this high ground. He has nowhere to go. Manages to live by using all of his cooldowns. 5 ball comes out onto the far, very low HP. Can possibly get taken down. Will not. As Saucepan is swapped onto the Vendetta in the spawn room. Zen is going for a dangerous peek. The Bab is on the high ground. Gets taken out by a Hail Mary shot, but Quasar is going to take out the respective Zenyatta. Quasar falls. That Soup Can falls. Ditto Web falls. Let's see how this ends up. That is an incredible way to end a fight. Just back and forth and back and forth. This is going to be beneficial for Nashville, though, if they can manage to come back quick. Without the Lucio, though, or the Juno, they're going to be very slow. Enough time will pass, actually, for Havana to get back. What do you do if you're Nashville? Not that.
I don't think you have an option here.
Have to sit on the point. Both supportals are almost available. If Nashville can just hold out, the lamp is forced to come out. There's a drone grab behind them. They don't know. The tire comes out. 2 die. The Sigma is discorded on 100 HP max, and now it is just the Vendetta. You will never find. Oh my goodness.
No, I think
Saucepan,
that's it.
20 HP. That's it. Havana
Saucepan.
with that soup can coming back has taken the map.
And with that map, the hopes of squeaking out a dub here in the last week of the season are still alive.
There's a game.
There is a game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game on our hands. And I do want to shout out Jay here. He got play the game, but I mean, absolutely diabolical work while his team was on some of the off angles. He was keeping Ditto pretty much alive solo there in a couple fights.
Absolutely insane healing numbers. Just being put up fight after fight after fight. Just keeping the Sigma alive all day. It's beautiful.
But with that, I will say Nashville gets their choice of pick and ban here. But we've played all the game modes that sort of shoved themselves into that close range brawl style niche, right? The only things we have left are escort and push. And I know on push you could get creative with some of your comps, but a lot of them, they're still long angles, right? Havana could still play their game the way they just did there on Kings. So you're not going to be able to just solve the problem, I don't think, one-to-one with, we pick control and you're just going to steamroll them. That's not on the table now. So they're going to have to be a little bit more creative with how they solve this puzzle.
Yeah, I'm thinking they might go to a map like Route 66 for chance where you can play that Sigma very easily, but that opens the door for Soup Can on the Far Mercy, so you really have to be careful with these picks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, I gotta give credit where credit's due. I did not even know Supkana had a Pharah in the like in their back pocket. Like I said, notoriously been thrown in May jail, told to press shift. Absolutely, potentially the saving grace that Havana needed to eke out a win here. And Saucepan says Nashville wants to take it to Coliseo, so that's where we're going to be headed.
Yep.
And they do get first ban. They could opt to ban the FAR if they think that Supcan's still going to roll out on it here.
You gotta wonder what is going to happen. Perchance you ban the Pharah? It's a very good map for the Pharah. There's a lot of angles that you can sit on and take.
And there it is. It is the FAR ban.
I mean, naturally. What do you think? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not. Doge obviously probably going to want to play the SIG, won't ban it himself. I don't know if there's any DP... Well, they can't ban a DPS. I don't know if there's a support they care to ban here. They already used the Lu ban. Yeah, no, I genuinely don't know. Maybe... Nothing. I got nothing. Maybe the Bastion. I don't know. Quazo hovered that a couple times there throughout the series. Oh, he's a DPS. Yeah, no. Nothing. I have nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
The Bat ban. That there you go. Okay, I respect that. Jay was putting up numbers.
Oh yeah. And yeah, both offensively and defensively, there's been a lot of, you know, different areas where he just excels.
But with that, yeah, I'm uncertain. I do believe Jay has a Kiri, a Juno, and I think even an Ana in their back pocket, but I could respect the Bat ban. Actually, even though he was putting up numbers on the map, I kind of want to see what a Juno would look like. I know Juno Lucio having double speed, usually you only take one or the other, but I think sometimes Havana is buckling under the aggression, and having the option to cycle both speed cooldowns might break the Havana comp. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what they opt for in lieu of the Baptiste.
Ditto Web without the Baptiste is now going to be on the Juno, or on the Ramatra with Jay on the Kiri and Ghostface on the Lucio. So opting for a more consistent speed boost rather than the one-time little ring. Yes, there's a Vendetta mirror coming out. It's the first time we've seen this all game. Let's see how this turns out.
Send a message.
Yeah.
A lot of early code coming through, trying to force out cooldowns. Dogmeister, big anti comes out. The Suzu is forced. Quasar falls very low, falling back behind the Ramatra shield. Saucepan is lost in the sauce and is taken out by Zen Zero. Without that lifesteal perk active, it's going to be very hard to stay sustained. And as a result, Nashville gets swept quickly.
The double flex just absolutely oppressive from Havana here.
Oh yeah. The anti is really what started that whole chain of events. It just set back very heavily. As I see another one come out onto Ditto Web, holding off
block.
the block. Yeah, falls very low, and actually it will be Zen Zero who will fall. Datsuken goes straight in, actually manages to find Ditto Web. Maybe this fight's not over with the tank available for Havana. Things get very saucy very quickly.
Recon getting ran down, manages to live.
That's incredible. Now Ditto Web is onto the Zarya just to get back and maybe provide some immediate support rather than the Ramatra based on this.
I do like the Zarya because with these double flex duels that are going to be happening, I think the bubble could pay dividends to help the Reaper or Vendetta just outright win.
Absolutely, but right now you're seeing Datsukan have just much better Vendetta charge. The beat comes out as there is a nano onto the Vendetta. Datsukan is going in, but Dogmeister and Adam are incredibly low in the opposing backline. Jay's going to use the Kitsune Rush to try and end this fight gold. Dogmeister pops the ult, whiffs it, and that's going to be it for Havana as they get packed up.
Yeah, I think the Zarya is going to be an equalizer here. Like, whether Saucepan or Quaza goes backline or chooses to duel the DPS, either you have to wait and let the bubble go or pop it. And Ditto Web is pretty equipped to track people down if he gets high charge.
Here comes the Vendetta ult, fully charged, slices it down onto Quasar, gets smited along with Ditto Web. That is the end of that fight. All the preparation. Wait, Ghostface finds that Sukan. This fight is technically not over. But now they will actually just fall back. I retract my statement. Zen Zero is not finished with them. Never mind. He says, I'm going to disengage. I'm going to let you guys live. I'm feeling nice today. Dogmeister off the objective for a little bit, waiting for Sukan to get back, potentially waiting for that, I mean, quite frankly, that current carry. Now, you see a neutral fight start against Zero, barely gets underground. Now, as they start to regen, they decide, alright, I'm going to back up and get some heals. Ditto Web now is up against a Ray. A big anti comes out that forces some cooldowns to happen. The Suzu comes out, Dogmeister rocks the Kiriko and manages to finish off that kill. Sukan is just getting active, but will actually die to Quasar. It is just the Lucio heals. This is going to be very hard to sustain, especially when compared to a Graviton Surge.
Do not ult Quasar. Oh, I saw it coming. But still able to clean up one kill.
Yeah, pretty
good. Make it 2. A big ult investment though. It took 3 there.
Yeah, what do you see coming through here for Nashville? What do you think is coming up next?
Not sure. With the bubble, though, Saucepan has a little bit more freedom with his Vendetta ult. I say that, though, and Soup Can is the Vendetta that gets nanoed.
Going in, the Vendetta ult comes out for Saucepan, finally slashes it down onto the Sigma. 1 HP gets beamed down by Ditto Web and Saucepan together. Saucepan manages to fully come back, almost dies to the Venture. The Venture will get swinged up, and now Nashville has taken the lead.
Yeah, and
with Kitsune Rush available.
They have Kitsune Rush. We did just invest Nano and Venture ult there on the side of Havana.
On his one trick now.
Junkrat.
That is very quick at beaming down bubbles. So if you want to decide, okay, let's beams are, you can just take that down so quick. The Flux comes out, finds the Lucio and the Reaper. Both of them get bubbled, and Soup Can is not able to sustain. Just some missed shots result in their death. Ghostface and Saucepan able to just clean things up. Nashville takes another fight, and that's going to extend this to maybe a 50 or 60 meter lead at the minimum.
And even if Havana win this next fight here, we have to remember the checkpoint. They have close spawns and the Lucio speed. It's going to be multiple fights that Havana has to win to come back from this deficit now.
Yeah, it's
consecutively.
Yep. Dogemeister is onto the Zarya. The Graviton comes out early. Ditto Web looking for things, but the Suzu and a bubble combined will actually leave Dogemeister in a very good spot. But never mind, Saucepan says, I see your charge, and I want it gone. Leaving him just low enough to find Ditto Web. Speed beat, I can't even get a sense out with some crazy stuff happening. That Sukan falls. There are 0 ults available for either team, except for a Zinzer. Dogemeister's onto the Reinhardt. In the clutch, he says, let me on Ryan. And his team goes, yes, we need it. And he's in.
It's a little early.
HP. You need to wait for your Ana if you're in that situation, but actually, it's fine. He gets healed up by a carry and an Ana helping each other. Zinzero finds IDK Quasar. That's an incredible pick. You really need that to help burn down this Ryan. I think if he had just held off longer, things would have been a lot better for him. But yeah,
huge name from Recon.
That's
and it is cleanup.
It starts somewhere.
Now, if Jay and Ditto get out here, that's huge. They could fight early then with the rest of the team getting taxied back by the Lucio.
Yeah, look at Ditto's charge. Literally at 100 right now and is able to sustain that. That is incredible. That is very lucky. That it's going to be rough against Dogemeister. With that 1,000 HP shield, it's going to be very difficult to get through it.
But like I said, they're able
There's
to
a J in the backline. There's a J in their backline. He's taking out one support. He's going for the Ana. He takes down both supports. That Soup Can is alone in the backline, in the front line with no help from the Reinhardt or the supports. What a play from Jay. Fighting both supports. It's just the Reinhardt who will fall very late. And now we're back in that one fight. Just when Havana get room to breathe, Jay clamps their mouth shut. Soup Can.
Zinzero looks like they're setting up for a cheeky tire here. It's going to be a triple mine.
In they go. Is not going to pop the ult. It actually is going to die. Ditto Web gets trapped in anti, though. Maybe that's what the goal was, to find down a trap. Maybe not. I don't know. But Jay and Adam are going back and forth right now. The Shatter comes out. Big Shatter is not able to find any kills. It's just Soup Can. Do you have a moment in you from King's Row? But no, you need to pop the tire here if you're Zinzero. It's Zinzero and Recon with the hopes. It's broken!
Plaza!
Dogemeister is here. He has such survivability. It's not over yet. The Venture is coming back. He just needs to survive. Here it comes. There it is. The grab comes out from downtown. He hails. And there it is. That should be it. No ults are left. No people are left. And no maps are available for the rest of the season to be won. Nashville takes the win, 3-1. Cinema.
Play of the game.
What a map. There were just back and forth moments from both sides. I think the meterage is a bit of a silly little lie.
But with that, that brings our Sapphire season to a close. If you're not in playoff brackets, that is the end of our normal season. We're going to be headed into postseason. Shout out to both Nashville and Havana for showing up and playing. I believe our playoff brackets are going to be set up for each match. I believe it has 2 weeks to be played.
Are we able to look at it now?
No, Bowsy has not given us the bracket, but I could give you the Sapphire League standings. Here we're looking at Louisville in first, Pittsburgh in second, Detroit coming in at third, Vancouver rocking with a fourth place, New England in fifth, and finally the last seed is that Chicago team, and that is going to be what you're looking for if you are a Sapphire enjoyer.
There you have it. I think that Louisville roster is quite dangerous.
There might be a little bias here in the booth tonight, but I would have to agree.
Hush. There's no bias. That Louisville roster is just so deadly.
But yeah, with that, I'd like to thank everyone in the chat who came out tonight to support both teams that's playing. We'll see you back here next week for some playoff shenanigans in all 3 leagues. Please make sure you come out and support your teams, your friends, and just the league in general. But that's going to be us sending you off. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.